Welcome back. Astrology with Ninad is here to present another exciting and informative video. This one in regards to the monthly horoscope for July 2024. I will be giving a detailed breakdown on the different areas of life concerning career, marriage, education, travel, business, health, love life. So you can watch the video for your sign to know what is in store for you in the month of July. So let's talk about the transits first before we get into the prediction part. So the important placement and transits for the month of July is as follows. Starting with the planet Saturn. It will be placed all month long in its own Mool Trikon sign of Aquarius, which is Kumbha Rashi. Jupiter will be placed all month long in the sign of Taurus, which is Vrishabha Rashi. Rahu, the north node of the moon, also known as the dragon's head, will be placed in the sign of Pisces, Meen Rashi, while its other counterpart, Ketu, the south node of the moon, the dragon's tail, will be placed in the sign of Virgo all month long. Now let's talk about the fast moving planets. Starting with Venus, it will transit from the sign of Gemini to the sign of Cancer on July 7, and it will keep transiting in Cancer for the rest of the month. Sun, the king of planets, will leave the sign of Gemini and transit to the sign of Cancer on July 16. Mercury, the planet of communication, will leave the sign of Cancer and transit to the sign of Leo on July 19. Finally, Mars, which will leave its own Mool Trikon sign of Aries, which is Mesha Rashi, and will transit to the next sign of Taurus, Vrishabha Rashi, on July 12. So these are the key placement and positioning of the planets in the month of July. We don't focus too much on the transit of the planet Moon because it is the fastest moving planet and it keeps changing signs every 2.5 to 3 days. So it is not possible to focus on the particular transits of Moon. So without any further delay, I am now going to discuss the impact for all the 12 signs of the Zodiac, starting from Aries all the way up to Pisces. For my Aries Mesh Rashi friends, if we start off with the career area, then it is looking to be a positive and promising month for you. Reason being, your career lord Saturn is strongly transiting in its own Mool Trikona sign Aquarius in the 11th house of gains and benefits from your workplace. That could mean a potential salary increment, a job transfer to a new desired location, maybe restructuring within your organization that you desired, which can place you in a much better and more suitable position that matches your criteria. Any pending workload can get completed this month because Saturn will also turn retrograde. So naturally it will become powerful in giving its effects. You also have the full blessings and support of the most auspicious planet Jupiter's aspect on your 10th house itself. This is a huge blessing for you to achieve your career related and work goals and ambitions this month. If you don't have a job, I highly recommend keep applying and give lots of interviews because this whole month is looking quite auspicious for you to land a new job with a decent salary and benefits package. If you're already employed in a good company, you will start to see more accelerated growth and progress this month. Just avoid getting into unnecessary disputes, arguments, fights with your higher ups with the upper management, with your bosses in the last 2 weeks of this month, especially because Sun will transit in your 4th house and aspect the 10th house, and that is a strong enemy aspect. So you need to be careful with the higher ups and dealing with those people in the last 2 weeks of this month. But overall, the month is going to be quite good for you in terms of the job area. If we talk about business, then the time is also looking quite decent. The first week especially, use it to your advantage by tactfully using the communication media, online media, to further bolster and grow your business, because your business lord Venus will be strongly transiting in the 3rd house in the sign of Gemini, which is a friendly sign, and the dispositor will also be well placed, so you can benefit a lot from your overall social media and electronic internet type of communication that you can use to grow your business. When Venus transits to the 4th house, that can mean increase in business dealings with your homeland, with your native place. So if you are running a business in a foreign land, then somehow you can start to redirect your business activities, or you can think of business expansion in your homeland, in your birthplace. Then overall, if you're thinking of starting a new business like a startup, I will say the first week is looking quite good for that, given that your natal birth chart, the Mahadasha, Antardasha, all these factors also support the same. If we talk about health, then overall your Lagnesh, Mangal, Mars is going to be strongly placed throughout the month. First in its own house in the ascendant, then it will transit to the 2nd house, where an auspicious combination or conjunction with Jupiter will take place. So recovery from any chronic health issues is seen, but try not to ignore any health issues connected with the head and stomach portion of the physical body, and if any issues were to persist, make sure to get that checked up. But overall, as long as you maintain a good diet, nutrition, do good exercise, yoga, meditation, your health should be good for the most part. If we talk about finance, then a very strong month in terms of finances. Your overall financial inflow of money also looks to start to increase. Your wealth accumulation will start to grow. Your savings can start to increase because your money related houses are becoming activated quite strongly. So use good money management techniques and skills and try to wisely save that money. If we talk about love life, then overall the time is not looking that great because Saturn's direct strong enemy aspect is on your 5th house, and Saturn will also be retrograde, so that aspect will be even more powerful. So if you are single, be patient, try not to jump into a new relationship without establishing proper communication with that individual, because communication will be the key here to really know if your personality is vibing well with that other person. Those people already in a relationship, you might experience some ups and downs, so try to maintain that transparency and that open communication in your relationship so that it remains harmonious and peaceful. If we talk about marriage area, for those single people hoping to get married and to get settled down, use electronic media, social media, matrimonial websites, dating apps, whatever method you prefer, because especially in the first week, using those platforms can help you to connect with a potential marriage partner. In the last 3 weeks, there could be good chances for single people to connect with their childhood friends. Someone who used to hang out a lot with in the childhood, but then as you grew older, you grew apart and then you have lost communication with that person, but maybe that could be reignited, and who knows, maybe it could be your future spouse. So look into that area as well, where you could try to potentially connect with your childhood friends, and that could develop into something more meaningful. If we talk about those people already married, the time is looking to be good for the most part, as long as you're not too aggressive with your spouse. You are not trying to dominate them over everything. Then the marriage area should remain happy and peaceful for the most part. Try to control that fiery element and try to tone it down a bit, because Mars' fourth aspect will be on your marriage lord, especially in the last 3 weeks of this month. If we talk about education area, for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time is looking to be good, and I don't see any major issues as long as you do not give in to any temptations or distractions. If you stay focused on your studies, on your basically research, or anything that you're pursuing academically, then you will do just fine. If we talk about travel, in terms of short and long distance travel, journey and vacation, the time throughout the month is looking good for the most part, and I do not foresee any major issues. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Aries friends, and I wish you the best. For my Taurus, Vrishabha Rashi friends, if we start with the career area, it is going to be a strong and positive month for you. Reason being, your career lord Saturn is strongly transiting in its own house of career, and that too in its own Mool Trikon sign of Aquarius. Any planet transiting in its Mool Trikon is at its strongest and at its most favorable, because it is very happy and comfortable to give good results. Moreover, 10th house is also a Upchaya Bhava, a growth house, where planets like Saturn are known to do very well. Saturn will also be retrograde in the month of July. So it will get chasteable, it will become very powerful enough to give you accelerated results, more at a faster pace than what you are used to. Because Saturn itself is a very slow moving planet. It keeps giving results at a slow and steady pace. But now, since it will be retrograde, Vakri, its ability to give better results will increase at a much faster pace than usual. So, lot of pending things will slowly start to clear up. You will be able to meet your project deadlines in a timely manner, which will help to get you noticed at your workplace and will naturally help you to get the appreciation, rewards, recognition and benefits that come along with it. Your overall destiny and luck factor will also support you in your career growth, goals, ambitions and overall success, due to Saturn influencing the 9th house, as well as Jupiter transiting in your ascendant in the Lagna and aspecting the 9th house as well. So you have the full blessings of Jupiter and Saturn, and even Rahu is transiting in your 11th house, which is the gains and benefits from your career area to help you achieve all that you desire. Those people who don't have a job, I highly recommend use this month well to find a good new job and to settle down and finally get the desired role that you are seeking for. Just in the last 2 weeks, I will say that be a bit cautious and do not take any sudden, risky, hasty career related decision, because Sun will transit to the third and aspect the ninth house of Bhagya with a strong enemy aspect. So don't throw caution to the wind in career related area in the last 2 weeks. But overall, a great month for your career growth and progress. If we talk about business area, then the time after July 12 is looking exceptional for your business growth and prosperity, for increase in profits, increase in revenues, your overall expenses going down, because the ruler of your business house Mars will conjunct with Devguru Brihaspati, and they both will strongly influence your business house in a positive way. But try not to do anything major in the first 11-12 days of July, because Saturn's enemy aspect will also be there on your 7th, and your business lord Mars will be transiting in the 12th, which is 6 places away from the 7th house. So especially if you are in a business relationship with someone, then be very careful in your overall dealings with them. Or if you are not careful, if you are not cautious enough, it can cause a sudden rift in your business relationship. So be mindful of that. If you are running a business which has dealings with foreign lands, like an import export type of thing, then you can see a lot of success, especially in the first 2 weeks related to that. If we talk about health area, then overall the time is looking good for the most part, as long as you maintain a good diet. I am not seeing anything too concerning. You have Jupiter transiting in your ascendant, so just make sure that you focus on your fitness levels. Avoid eating too much junk food, because Jupiter is known as a wet planet, and when it transits in the ascendant, it can kind of amplify weight gain. So if that is not your goal, if your goal is to stay slim and fit, then you need to really work towards that. But overall, the health area is looking fine. If we talk about finance, then lo and behold, you have Rahu, the north node of the moon, transiting in your 11th house. What more do you need, right? So incoming money flow will definitely be there. Just use good money management skills, techniques to save that money for a rainy day, as your finances are looking quite good throughout the month. If we talk about love life, then the first 3 weeks are looking quite positive for single people to possibly connect with someone through the internet, whether it's social media, dating platforms, matrimonial sites, whatever it may be, even through your neighbors, through your siblings, through your overall social network. You could potentially find someone and possibly think of getting in a relationship, because your 5th lord will be transiting in its own natural house in the Kal Purush Kundali. So Mercury will be transiting in the 3rd house, which is a very good placement for single people to find someone through electronic means. Those couples already in a relationship, if they keep the transparency in their communication, they keep the channels open for communication, the relationship will remain quite happy and stable. If we talk about marriage, for single people hoping to get married, the first 10 to 12 days are not looking auspicious at all, but time will get a whole lot better after July 12 onwards, when Mars will transit to your ascendant, and it will aspect its own house of marriage along with Jupiter, which will put its full blessings for your marriage area, and things will start to open up. Lot of new doors of opportunities can open up for single people looking to get married. But if you are running the Shani Dasha or Antar Dasha, then you have to be a bit more cautious, because Saturn's strong enemy aspect is also on the 7th house. For married couples, the time is looking quite good in basically after Mars transits to the ascendant till July 11-12. It is a great time for you to go on long distance travel, vacation, journey with your spouse, as that will be good for the most part. But after that, the time will get a whole lot better. Any ups and downs in your relationship can slowly smoothen out, so you can be assured that things can get better when Jupiter and Mars combined aspect will fall on your 7th house after July 12. If we talk about education, in terms of those students pursuing higher education like master's, PhD program, the time is looking exceptional for you to make significant and remarkable academic progress throughout the month. So make the best use of it. Just avoid getting into conflicts with your professors. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journey, the overall time is looking good. Especially in terms of long distance travel journey and vacation, the time is looking even better as long as you do your careful due diligence before embarking on long distance voyages. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Taurus Vrishabha Rashi friends, and I thank you for watching. For my Gemini Mithun Rashi friends, if we discuss the career area for you this month, it is going to be mostly positive. You have Rahu, the north node of the moon, transiting in your 10th house of career itself. This is a very powerful and strong placement for such a malefic planet. Its ability to give good results maximizes because it is placed in its favorite Upchaya Bhava, which is a growth house. But where can Rahu give you the best benefits? Well, if you are in a company in your homeland, and if you are getting a chance to relocate to a foreign country in regards to a job opportunity, or like a job transfer from your company to the foreign land, to abroad, then it is the right kind of utilization of this Rahu energy, because even your career lord Jupiter is transiting in the 12th house in the sign of Taurus, which basically indicates lot of success, lot of prosperity, lot of wealth that can come your way through working in a foreign land or away from your native or birthplace. That is where these planets can give you tremendous success, because even Saturn, your Bhagyesh, your destiny lord, is transiting in the 9th house in its own Mool Trikona Aquarius, which is connected to long distance foreign settlement. So overall, the career is going to be exceptional for those people working in a foreign country. If we talk about business, then the time is looking good for those people who have a business like import export, or some type of business that has dealings with foreign lands or with foreign connections or with people with different background, culture, race, religion, language, because your business lord Jupiter is transiting in the 12th house, right? So 12th house is the main house of permanent foreign settlement. So if you are doing any kind of business which has foreign connections with abroad, then the chance of making good profits, increased revenues are looking to be quite strong. So you need to make sure to utilize this foreign connection in a strong way so that you do very well in your business area. If you are in a business partnership, then avoid getting into too much conflicts with your business partner, or that could cause a strain in your business relationship, because Jupiter is placed 6 places forward from the house that it rules. If we talk about health area, then overall the time is looking good for the most part. Doing some yoga, meditation, pranayama, spending more time in nature will help to alleviate any potential health issues and help you to maximize your energy levels, because Mars, which rules your 6th house, will be transiting in the 12th bhava after July 12, which is the Vyastan. So some medical expenses can also be involved. It can also be a good time to do like a wellness checkup just to make sure everything is in order. If we talk about finance, overall the financial area is looking to be good for the first 11-12 days, where the Lord of your house of gains, Mars, will be strongly transiting in its own Mool Trikona Aries. So that is a powerful placement to give you gains from multiple sources of income. But you cannot ignore that Saturn's debilitated enemy aspect is also on the 11th house. So you need to utilize good money management techniques, skills, invest wisely, be prudent with your money, avoid major risky financial investments, because if you are not careful, you could suffer a lot of financial losses, especially in the last 2 weeks of this month. If we talk about love life, then overall the time is looking good. The ruler of your 5th, Venus, is transiting in your ascendant for the first week, which means the love can find your way naturally. So that love interest can naturally enter your life without you even trying to make an effort. But then Venus will transit to the 2nd house. So for single people, it is a good time to basically connect with your extended family members, your relatives, and ask them if they know someone who can be a good match for you, because you never know, they could give you some good potential suggestions. Those couples already in a relationship, the overall relationship will be good for the most part, and you will have a fun gala time with your partner. You will eat lots of good food. You will spend some romantic moments together with your partner, which will be quite memorable. If we talk about marriage area, for single people hoping to get married, your best chance of finding someone is going to be with foreign lands through the abroad connection, because your 7th lord is transiting in the 12th house, but in the auspicious sign of Taurus, which means that basically there is a good chance of finding someone who is residing in a faraway land from you, who you can connect with through maybe social media, through, if you're maybe even running a business and you are traveling far distance in regards to something to do with your business, maybe attending a seminar, a conference, maybe that is where you could meet your potential spouse as well. Those couple already in a marriage, in a married relationship, there might be slight ups and downs here and there, but if you keep the communication channel open, if you are going to stay loyal, committed, true to your spouse, then lot of passion, love, romance will also be on the cards. If we talk about education in terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time is looking very strong. If you are in the research field, it will be a great time for you to dig deep into your research, and your professors, your teachers will be impressed with your findings, with your dedication, hard work and effort in your field of study. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the first 2 weeks are looking quite good for the same. If you can avoid doing too much of that in the last 2 weeks, it will be better for you. If we talk about long distance travel, journey, vacation, the time is looking excellent throughout the month, so you can certainly embark on the same if you had long desired to do so. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Gemini friends for the month of July, and I wish you all the best. For my Cancer Kark Rashi friends, if we talk about the career area, it is going to be a good month for you. Reason being, your career lord Mars is going to be well placed throughout the month. First in its own Mool Trikona sign Aries in your career house itself till about July 12, and after it will transit to the 11th house of gains and benefits from your career, the Labhasthan, where it will become conjunct with the most auspicious planet Jupiter. So naturally, good growth, progress, success and advancement you can experience at your career area this month. In your professional life, better changes can be seen. But if you are running the Saturn Mahadasha Antardasha, then you can still experience somewhat of a slowdown, somewhat of sluggishness or slow growth in your career area, because Saturn's debilitated enemy aspect is on your 10th house, and Saturn will also be retrograde throughout the month, which increases its chesta bala. So naturally it will exert more influence on your 10th house, and Saturn is the slowest moving planet. So naturally, wherever it aspects, it will try to slow down the significations of that particular house. But if you are, let's say, running the Jupiter Mahadasha, Sun Mahadasha, Moon Mahadasha, Mars Mahadasha, then you will have mostly an excellent month in regards to your professional life. If you don't have a job, I recommend give lots of interviews, because there is a good chance you can land a desired job in the last 2 weeks of July. If we talk about business area, then things will slowly start to improve, because Saturn will exert more influence on the previous house of Capricorn. So naturally, some new business deals, opportunities, chance for business growth, expansion, improvement in your revenue, profits, decrease in expenses can start to happen, because Jupiter's beautiful 9th aspect is also on the 7th house. So naturally it will try to help you to strategize in a way where you can implement those strategies which can reduce your overall business overheads, expenses, and you will think about cost cutting, and you will think on how you can maximize your profits and increase your revenues. But still, don't throw caution to the wind, because Saturn is in the Ashtama Bhava, in the 8th house, which is the house of sudden unexpected losses and sudden transformations. If we talk about health area, then overall the health area should be good for the most part. Just try not to overexert yourself. If you play lots of sports like soccer, football, rugby, tennis, hockey, take care of your legs, especially your knee area, right? Because Saturn's debilitated aspect is on your 10th house, and Saturn is the natural karaka of knees. If we talk about finance, overall the money inflow is looking quite powerful now. Money will definitely be coming your way. It will be generated more and more, because Jupiter is a planet of expansion. It is a planet of growth, and it is transiting in your 11th house itself, the Labhastan, where even Mars will join it in the last 2 weeks. And Mars is ruling your 10th house and 5th house. So more money flow can come from your career, like a bonus, promotion, salary increment, some more perks from your job area. It can come through your past speculative investments like the stock market as well. So overall the finances are looking good for the most part. If we talk about love life, then the time is also looking good, especially if you are not running Saturn Mahadasha or Antardasha, because Saturn's enemy aspect is on the 5th. But if you are running a good Mahadasha Antardasha, then chances for single people to meet someone is there. In the first 2 weeks, it can happen at the workplace, because the 5th lord will be transiting in its own Mool Trikona in the 10th house. And in the last 2 weeks, it can happen through your friend circle, through your social network, and through your elder sibling. Those people already in a relationship, overall there might be slight ups and downs in the first 2 weeks, but things will improve a whole lot better after July 12, and lot of love, romance, pleasure, and overall increase in bonding will be felt in your relationship. If we talk about marriage area, for those single people wanting to get married, now time is looking much better than the previous several months, because Jupiter's aspect is now on your 7th house, which can open up some new doors of opportunities for single people wanting to get married. Still take your time, do not rush into anything because 7th Lord is in the 8th house. And I will advise the same for married couples who are facing a lot of issues in their married life. Do not rush into getting separated, taking a divorce, because now the blessings of Jupiter is on your 7th house. So try to open that communication channel. Be transparent with your spouse. If you truly like your spouse, if you want to be with them, then try to get to know them well enough to solve those issues that could be hampering your relationship, hampering your married life, so that those issues can be resolved and once again the peace and marital bliss can be felt. If we talk about education in terms of basically those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is looking a bit tough, especially if you're going to give in to distractions and temptations. Then you won't be able to focus as much and achieve good grades. But if you're going to be focused fully on your exams, on your field of study, then you will do remarkable. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking good for the first 18 days, but try to avoid doing that too much after July 19. If we talk about long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking very powerful for the same, because Rahu, the natural planet of foreign lands, is transiting in the 9th house itself. Just make sure to do your proper planning, diligence and research before embarking on major long distance travel. If you can maybe take your family member, a trusted friend, a relative, a co-worker with you on very long distance travel, it will be better for you. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Cancer friends. I wish you all the best and thanks for watching. For my Leo Simha Rashi friends, if we talk about the career area first, it is looking to be a good month for you. Reason being, the most auspicious planet Jupiter is transiting in your 10th house of career itself. This is a powerful placement because it is a Kendra Bhava. And what does Jupiter naturally signify? It signifies luck, prosperity, abundance, expansion, success, right? So naturally, those people who were feeling a lot of slowdown, sluggishness in their career area, things will start to accelerate, start to speed up more. New opportunities can open up for those people wanting to change their job. Especially after July 12, the time will become very much stronger because Mars, which becomes Digbali in the 10th house, will join Jupiter, and it will be a very auspicious and powerful combination in the 10th house for you to slowly achieve and accomplish your career goals, objectives, desires and ambitions. So whether it is asking for a bonus, promotion, salary increment, for a job transfer, getting a new job, implementing new projects, meeting projects in a timely manner, completing your duties, tasks, assignments before the deadline, all these can fructify. You will start to get more cooperation, more support from your co-workers, and your bosses will start to appreciate your hard work, effort, and you will get more recognition for the same. So the time is looking quite good. If we talk about business area, then also the time is looking pretty excellent for those people running a business, because what will happen here is Saturn, which controls your business area, is transiting in its own Mool Trikona of Aquarius, and it will be in a retrograde position, retrograde moment in July, which will influence the previous house. So you will strategize, you will think of ways on how you can defeat your business competition, how you can rise on top, how your products will be on top and visible by everyone, and they will come to you for the quality of your products only. So you will think of ways on how you can become the top player in your competitive business marketplace. If we talk about business partnership, then that area is also looking to be good for the most part, especially after July 19. A lot of creative ideas for business collaborations, expansion, profitability, reduction in overhead cost can be discussed between you and your business partner, and you can come up with really good, creative, innovative ideas which can further bolster your business area. If we talk about health, then overall the time is looking good for the most part. Just try not to ignore any chronic health issues if something was to bother you. If any health problem persists, make sure to get that checked out in a timely manner, because Rahu is transiting in your 8th house. So maybe getting a wellness checkup can be good around this time. Doing yoga, meditation, pranayama will keep your energies channeled in the right way. If we talk about finance, then the time is looking quite positive for your financial area. You have Venus, Sun first activating your 11th house, Mercury also transiting first in the 12th and then the 1st. So in the first 2 weeks, the time is looking exceptional in terms of monetary gain and benefit for those people, especially working in a foreign land, in a foreign country. And then the time will improve more for those people working in their homeland when Mercury transits in the ascendant. That is where people residing in their own birth country can do exceptionally well in terms of wealth generation, money accumulation, and increase in overall profitability and savings. If we talk about love life, then the time is looking quite good. Your ruler of the 5th house, Jupiter, is transiting in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is the sign of Venus. Venus naturally represents luck, love, basically fulfillment of desires, right? And for a man, it represents a spouse. So overall, Jupiter also represents a man for a woman. So the time is looking good for single people to potentially find a new partner if they are looking for that. And chance of that happening could be at the workplace, because the 5th lord is transiting in the 10th house. So if you already get along quite well with someone at your workplace, you could start to develop feelings for each other, mutual feelings, which could lead to a romantic relationship. Then for those couples already in a relationship, the time should be good for the most part, with some minor ups and downs. As long as you are loyal, loving, caring towards your partner, the relationship will remain quite auspicious. If we talk about marriage area, for single people hoping to get married, the time is very supportive, positive for the same. You can find a partner with whom you can get married and have a long-term stable married life. Of course, the horoscopes need to match for that, because Saturn is in its own Mool Trikon in the 7th house. So Saturn is a planet of long-term permanence and stability. It signifies that. So you have good durability for the marriage area, especially for married couples. The time is looking better for you to solve out your differences, to resolve any pending issues, and to harmonize your relationship and increase the bonding, the love in your relationship, and take it to the next level. If we talk about education in terms of those students wanting to pursue PhD, master's program, the time is looking good. It is going to be a progressive month for you, as long as you do not give in to any temptations, distractions. You do not take any shortcuts, because Saturn's debilitated aspect is on your 9th house. So as long as you follow a disciplined way of life in regards to your studies, you will do very well. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking good for the first week, but in the last 3 weeks, the time is not looking that great. If we talk about long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking good throughout the month, as long as you do the proper planning, research and analysis before you head out or embark on major long distance travel. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Leo Simha Rashi friends, and I thank you for watching. All the best. For my Virgo Kanya Rashi friends, if we start off with the career area, it is going to be a good month for you, especially in the first 3 weeks, because your career lord Mercury will be transiting in the 11th house, the gains from the career house, right? It is the Labhastan. And Sun, the king of planets, will also be Digbali, directionally very powerful and strong in your 10th house in the first 2 weeks. And then it will transit to the Labhastan. So a lot of good growth, progress at your work front can be expected as long as you're willing to put in the hard work and effort. Make sure to use communication to your advantage. If you have any ideas, then present those to your bosses, to your upper management, so that it is heard and it gets recognized. Because Sun is the planet which rules high authority, right? It is the king of planets, and it is going to transit in the sign of Gemini, which is the sign of communication. So utilize these energies in the right way and you will make significant progress. In the last week or so, your career lord will transit to the 12th house. In that scenario, it can be a key opening, a key window of opportunity for those people who want to relocate abroad in regards to their current job or in regards to a new job opportunity. If we talk about business area, then overall your business lord Jupiter is now in a much better position than several months before. Now it is in the Bhagyastan, which it is a natural Karaka of. But do not forget that Rahu, the Mayavi planet, the planet of tricks and mischief, is in the 7th house of business. So you have to be very cautious in your business dealings, in your business activities. Do not do anything illegal. Do not stray away from your morals, values, ethics. Do not take any shortcuts, because all doing this can get you in trouble down the road. So follow the path of dharma, follow the path of righteousness, and that way you will steer clear out of trouble and you will still keep doing good for your business area. If you get some new business partnership offers, I will suggest to not jump into those. You have to be very wary of these new business opportunities, these new business partnerships, because Rahu can sometimes show a very flowery picture, but it is many times a mirage. So you have to really assess your natal birth chart to make sure that supports getting into a new business partnership. If we talk about the health area, the time is overall looking quite good. Your energy levels will be strong, your vitality will increase, you will feel robust, you will be able to achieve a lot. Just do not ignore any chronic health issues, right? So try not to ignore any health issues that keep persisting weeks after weeks after weeks. That is the time where you need to get some prompt treatment or attention by a medical expert who can give you the right guidance. But overall, the health area is looking to be good for the most part. If we talk about finance, then the first 3 weeks are looking quite powerful for you to generate more wealth, because money will definitely be coming your way. So try to save that money, because there might be some expenses on the cards in the last week, or basically, to be more specific, after July 19, there can be an increase in your expenditure. If we talk about love life, then overall the time is now looking better, because Jupiter's 9th aspect is on your 5th house, which can open up some new doors of opportunity for single people wanting to find a romantic partner. So you can certainly use that to your advantage. and you could connect with such a person maybe when you're doing some long distance travel, some long distance journey, possibly at the airport. Those people already in a relationship, if things were not going that smooth, now there can be an improvement in your overall relationship. The harmony and peace can once again be felt, because Jupiter will try to amplify the better effects of the fifth house. But still avoid getting into too much arguments, disputes with your partner, as your fifth lord is transiting in the sixth house. So avoiding such unnecessary conflicts will keep your relationship happy. If we talk about marriage area, in terms of single people wanting to get married, now is a very sensitive time. Rahu is again in your seventh house. It is a planet of tricks. It is a planet of deception. It is a planet of illusion. So you have to think twice, thrice before jumping into a marriage. But if the marriage is with, let's say, a foreigner, a person with from a different background, culture, race, religion, ethnicity, then the probability of the marriage being successful is higher, because Rahu naturally represents that, and you are working with that energy, so it can support you. Of course, the horoscopes have to match, and a lot of other factors have also to be taken into consideration. If we talk about married couples, then as long as you are faithful, loyal, caring, loving, sensitive towards your spouse's needs, your married life will be quite happy and peaceful. But if for some reason you do things behind your spouse's back, then there will be a lot of problems that could happen in the foreseeable future due to the effect of Rahu. If we talk about education, in terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time is looking excellent. It is looking very auspicious, and you can make remarkable academic progress as long as you avoid any sort of distractions, temptations, especially love affairs, because that could probably create some distractions from your educational goals. If you are not the type of person who can really, compartmentalize things and give individual attention and sole focus on each thing when you are working on that, right? But overall, if you stay focused on your studies, you can do good. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the first 12 days you should try to avoid doing that as much as possible. Then it will improve a whole lot. And for long distance travel journey vacation, the time is looking to be quite positive throughout the month, and I do not foresee any issues with the same. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Virgo friends, and I wish you the best. For my Libra, Tula, Rashi friends, if we start off with your career area, it is looking to be good for the most part this month. As long as you are willing to put in the hard work and effort, you will continue to see good career growth and progress at the workplace. Keep your communication channels open. If you have any creative, innovative ideas that could improve the efficiency at your workplace, then make sure to suggest those, because that can certainly get heard and be appreciated by your seniors. But overall, this month is looking promising for your career growth and advancement. So give it your best shot. If we talk about business area, then this month is going to be a mixed bag result. The first 12 days are looking quite positive for overall business growth, profitability and success due to the business ruler Mars transiting in its own Mool Trikona Aries. But after July 12, it will transit to the Ashtam Bhava in the 8th house of sudden unexpected losses. And Saturn's debilitated enemy aspect is also on your business house. So overall, some level of caution needs to be maintained, whether it is thinking about major financial business investments, business expansion, getting into new business partnerships. You have to think twice, thrice, take a slow, calculated, steady decision. That way you can avoid any unexpected troubles. If we talk about health, then overall the time is looking to be good for the most part. Your energy levels will be maximized. You will have ample energy to achieve all your goals. Your vitality will remain strong. You will feel robust. And overall, you will feel healthy for the most part, as Rahu, the North Node, is in your 6th house. Rahu is able to ward off diseases, fight off diseases, and make you fighting fit. If we talk about finance, overall, the time for finance area is looking to be good for the most part. Just make sure to properly save your money that comes your way, because the inflow of money is looking stronger, but the accumulation and saving of that money is looking to be slightly weak, especially in the last 2 weeks when your second lord transits in the 8th house. But still, from the 8th, it will aspect the second house, which is also a positive. So it can go either way depending upon your natal birth chart placements and all other factors. But if you use good money management techniques, skills, then you can save up a lot of money this month. If we talk about love life, then the time is looking excellent for single people who are looking to find a stable, committed, long-term type relationship. Saturn is there to support you, because Saturn naturally signifies long-term permanence and stability, and it transiting in its own 5th house in its Mool Trikon can give you the ability to find such a partner. For those already in a relationship, overall communication will be smooth. Try to communicate as much as possible. So if there are any issues, any pending problems, that can be resolved in a timely manner, and overall lot of harmony, peace and stability can be felt in your romantic relationship. If we talk about marriage area, then lot of single people wanting to get married, they can have some good luck in the first 10 to 12 days, because Mars is strongly activating its own marriage house. But then after July 12 onwards, the time is quite sensitive. 7th lord transiting in the 8th, and Saturn's debilitated aspect on the 7th house. This is a warning sign, especially those people in a relationship. They might suddenly think of getting married, but it is not the right time to do that, because that marriage might not be successful in the long term. So think twice before taking such a big step. For married couples, lot of passion, love, romance can be felt in the married life in the first 12 days. But after 12 days, there might be some disturbances in your married life, some potential disputes, on and off hurdles, obstacles, some pending issues might suddenly crop back up, which might need to be addressed. So work on addressing those issues and try to find the right balance in your married life so that your relationship remains intact. If we talk about education, in terms of higher education, for those students wanting to pursue master's PhD program, they can have good luck getting admission to the desired college, and those students already pursuing such a program will do quite well throughout the month. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, if you can avoid doing too much of short distance travel, instead if you have the option of working like a hybrid remote type position, it will be better than working full time every day at the office, because your 3rd lord is in the 8th house. If we talk about long distance travel journey, vacation abroad to far distance lands, then it is looking quite good and positive for the same. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Libra friends, and I wish you all the best. For my Scorpio Vrishika Rashi friends, if we start with the career area for you this month, then the first 2 weeks are going to be slightly sensitive as compared to the last 2 weeks, where there will be some really good improvement and progress. So try to avoid getting into unnecessary conflicts, disputes, avoid engaging in office politics, unnecessary backbiting. Instead, stay focused completely in your project, in your tasks, in your duties, and in your assignments. Because the hard work and effort and the commitment and dedication that you show in the first 2 weeks, you will slowly start to get the support of your bhagya, of your destiny in the last 2 weeks to make some good headway at your workplace. Because your career lord sun will leave the Ashtam Bhava, the 8th house, and transit to the Bhagyastan in the friendly sign of Cancer. So try to keep your communication channel open. If there are any pending issues, try to get those resolved. Try not to push those at the backside, because that will only further build up and create more problems for you down the road. If you don't have a job, I highly recommend try not to give too many interviews in the first 2 weeks. Try to push those interviews in the last 2 weeks, as chance of securing a new job with a good salary and benefits package is looking to be much higher. If we talk about business area, the time is now looking to improve quite a lot. Jupiter is completely out of combustion, and it is strongly placed in your 7th house of business itself, in the auspicious sign of Taurus. So if you are running your own business, now the profitability can start to increase, because Jupiter is a planet of expansion, of luck, of overall abundance, success. So your revenues can start to maximize. You can think of cost cutting, how you can reduce your overhead expenses, right? And if you are running a business especially connected to the Venus energies in the arts and entertainment, beauty, modeling, movie industry, any kind of artistic industry, artistic creative type of business, then it can really start to flourish. Try not to get into a new business partnership. Try not to sign a new business deal in the first week of this month if possible. If we talk about health area, then the first 12 days are looking quite good. Your energy levels will be strong for you to achieve your goals and ambitions. However, try not to overexert yourself. Try to avoid extreme outdoor adventure sports if possible, especially after July 12. Try not to ignore any acute health issues, and make sure to get timely help if something was to persist and bother you. But overall, the time is looking to be fine for the health area, as long as you take good care of your health. If we talk about finance, in terms of finance, the time is looking to be quite good, because your second lord Jupiter is aspecting the 11th house, which is a positive signal for you to generate more wealth, to accumulate more savings, to become more financially stable. So you can really start to map out the plan on how you want to kind of build up your financial reserve for the future. If we talk about love life, then this is where single people might really start to desire to find a new romantic partner or get into a new relationship, because Rahu, the planet which signifies obsession, is in your 5th bhava. But Rahu is also a planet of tricks, illusion, confusion, deception. So make sure to really get to know someone well, their personality, their behavior, their characteristics, and make sure that they complement well with you before jumping into a relationship. If you're already in a relationship with someone, be loyal, be faithful, be loving, be caring. Do not do things behind your partner's back, as that will only create some really big problems for you in the future. If we talk about education, in terms of, I meant married life. If we talk about those couples in a marriage, in a married relationship, the time is looking to improve quite a lot, especially after the first week, when the dispositor of the 7 transits through the Bhagyasan, and Jupiter, the most auspicious planet, is transiting in your 7th house of marriage itself. So that can help to resolve any discrepancies in your married life or any pending issues that need to be resolved with your spouse. For single people hoping to get married, Jupiter will amplify and provide you with a lot of new opportunities to connect with a potential compatible partner, which can lead you to getting married down the road. If we talk about education in terms of higher education, for those students pursuing masters and PhD program, the time is looking to be good for the most part, as long as you keep your focus steady, you give it your all, your dedication, hard work, effort in your studies, you will do great. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking good for the most part. Just do not speed and drive in the last 2 weeks of this month. If we talk about long distance travel journey vacation, like to abroad, to foreign countries, the time is looking to be good for the most part, and you can certainly embark on the same. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Scorpio Vrischika Rashi friends, and I wish you the best. For my Sagittarius Dhanu Rashi friends, if we talk about the career area first, then it will be a mixed bag result for you this month. The first 18 days are a bit sensitive, so be watchful of your overall communication with your subordinates, with your co-workers, colleagues, and the upper management, because someone can take it the wrong way and it can create unnecessary misunderstandings. So be watchful of overall what and how you communicate in your surroundings. But things will start to improve to a good extent after July 19, when your career lord will transit in the Bhagyastan in the favorable sign of Simha Rashi. So that time career growth progress can accelerate more than before. Any pending work, any stuck workload can clear up. Any projects that you had to finish can be completed in a timely manner. So naturally, your overall reputation will increase and your respect will also rise at your workplace. If we talk about business area, then the first 18 days again are a bit sensitive, because your business ruler Mercury will be transiting in the 8th bhava, in the Ashtam bhava. So if you are especially in a business partnership, try not to get into unnecessary conflicts, arguments, disputes with your business partner, or it can cause imbalance in your business relationship. It can potentially damage your business relationship. But if you are careful, then a 360-degree improvement will be noticed after July 19 onwards, where Mercury will transit in the sign of Leo, which is a very friendly sign, right? So the dispositor of your business house will be well placed enough to give you good and better results concerning your business activity, your business partnership, your business growth, sustainability, and your business strategy and implementations will be more efficiently carried out. If we talk about health area, then overall, I'm not seeing anything too concerning. It should be good for the most part, as long as you take good care of your health. Just do not ignore any stomach related health issues after July 12, and if something was to bother you, make sure to get that checked out. If we talk about the finance area, then the time is looking quite positive for the same. There might be some profits and revenue generation from your business area, especially in the first 2 weeks. And in the last 2 weeks, the profit generation can come through foreign investments. Maybe you have some kind of investments abroad and you could sell those to get a sudden inflow of money. If we talk about love life, then the first 2 weeks are looking good for single people to potentially connect with someone and get into a relationship. But the last 2 weeks you will need to be very cautious, because the ruler of the 5th will transit to the 6th and Saturn's debilitated enemy aspect will be on your 5th. So those couples already in a relationship, avoid getting into disputes, arguments, quarrels after July 12, or that can cause a sudden break in your relationship. So be watchful of that. If we talk about marriage area, for single people wanting to get married, the time is good only after July 19. So try not to get married till then, right? And if we talk about married couples, there might be some ups and downs in your married life, in your relationship with your spouse for the first 3 weeks, but then things will slowly start to improve as the month gets closer towards the end. If we talk about education, in terms of those students pursuing higher education like master's, PhD program, postdoc, the time in the first 2 weeks is looking extremely good for you to make progress, but the last 2 weeks are going to be a bit troublesome, because there could be distractions, there could be potential problems where you might feel stuck in your field of study, where you might suddenly get demotivated. But push aside those feelings and stay focused as much as you can, as that will be very much needed for you to be able to make progress even in the last 2 weeks. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking to be extremely good throughout the month, so you can travel as much as you want. And if we talk about long distance travel journeys, the time in the first 2 weeks is looking good, but in the last 2 weeks there could be some problems if you are not careful. Especially I'm talking about far, like long distance travel, like abroad, or maybe a place quite distance from yours, like going from Mumbai to Delhi by car, going from California to like North Carolina to Florida to Texas by car, like long distance travel. That could be of certain issue, especially in the last 2 weeks of this month. So I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Sagittarius friends, and I wish you the best. For my Capricorn Makar Rashi friends, if we talk about the career area first, your career lord Venus will be transiting in the 6th house in the friendly sign of Gemini along with Sun in the first week. This is an excellent placement which can give you the much needed flexibility in your daily work-life routine, the good work-life balance that you are desiring, which will give you a lot of happiness and contentment and satisfaction, and will naturally enable you to work harder. With your smart working approach, you can be successful in completing your projects in a timely manner, in achieving your career goals and objectives, and impressing your co-workers, colleagues, and bosses with your dedication, hard work, and commitment. In the last 3 weeks, try to use a more practical approach at your workplace. Think practically, do not think emotionally. Try to utilize the Venusian energies in the right way. Implement it in the right way. Try not to take any emotional, hasty decision when it comes to your career, whether it is applying for a bonus, promotion, salary increment, changing job, asking for a desired transfer to a new location. Try not to do that in the last 3 weeks if possible. Instead, be practical, be wise, be prudent, wait for a better time. Just like the eagle, keep observing. Don't act yet. You have to be a bit patient this month because you will see good growth and progress, but you need to use more of a business and practical minded approach. If we talk about the business area, then the time till July 19 is looking quite good and productive for you to take your business in a new direction concerning potential use of electronic media, communication, social network capabilities, because the natural Karaka of business Mercury will be transiting in your business house itself, which can help to expand your business into new horizons. It can help to showcase the hidden talents, the hidden strengths of your business, on how you can utilize those strengths, how you can take advantage of those in order to maximize your profits, revenues, and lower your overhead expenses, cost, and decrease your overall expenses, because it is all about finally maximizing profits, maximizing revenues, and increasing productivity and employee satisfaction and happiness. So try to work on that as much as possible. After July 20, try to be very cautious because Mercury will transit in the Ashtama Bhava, which is the house of sudden unexpected gains or losses. So it can go either way depending upon the positions in your natal birth chart, the Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha. All these factors will come into play. But basically, it can go either way concerning your business area in the last week or so of this month. So try to be neutral, try to play it safe as much as possible. If we talk about health area, then overall your Lagnesh is strongly placed, which indicates good energy levels, strong vitality, ample stamina to get a lot of things done. Overall, those people who suffer from any heart related conditions should not ignore any health issues concerning the chest region after July 12 if possible, and if something was to bother you, make sure to get a timely help. But as long as you eat good food, have a nutritious meal, do yoga, exercise, your health should remain positive for the most part. If we talk about finance, then overall the financial flow and wealth accumulation is looking to be quite good this month, and it will only keep getting better when the Lord of your house of gains, Mars, conjuncts with Jupiter and aspects the 11th house, because Saturn is there anyways to help you to increase your savings, grow your bank balance. Avoid making major risky property and vehicle related investments this month if possible. If we talk about love life, in terms of those single people wanting to find someone, the chance is looking good, especially after July 7. The time is strong where the dispositor will be in the 7th house, Jupiter in the 5th, providing expansion, new opportunities from foreign lands. You could possibly connect with someone from a different country through social media, through matrimonial site, through dating apps, through maybe your overall social network, friend circle. And for those married or those already in a relationship, those couples will experience a lot of harmony, bliss, and peace in their relationship for the most part, especially after July 12. So things will get a whole lot better. If there are any issues, those can also be resolved. If we talk about the marriage area for single people hoping to get married, This month is not that ideal, especially the first 2 weeks. If you can avoid getting married, it will be better for you. Mars debilitated enemy aspect, or not the enemy aspect, but its debilitated niche drishti is on the 7th house. So some level of caution needs to be maintained. But when Mars transits to the 5th house, it's actually not a bad time to think about marriage. Again, given that your natal chart, Mahadasha, Antardasha also support that, because your 5th lord will be transiting in the 7th house. Jupiter is also in the 5th house, aspecting the 11th house, which is kind of a good sign for getting married in the last 2 weeks. If we talk about married couples, the time will improve a whole lot after July 12 in terms of married life. Try not to be too aggressive with your partner till July 12, because that could create unnecessary disruptions, problems in your married life. But after July 12th, things will sweeten up a bit. Things will become very much pleasant, and you will experience good marital bliss, harmony, and lot of love in your married life. If we talk about education, in terms of higher education, for those students pursuing master's PhD program, the time till July 19 is looking good. You can make some decent progress. But after July 20, the time will be quite tough for those students, and you will need to really put in the hard work and effort to get any decent grades. Finally, travel. In terms of short distance travel journey, the time is looking good for the most part. Just do not speed and drive your vehicle. In terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the first 3 weeks are looking good for the most part, while the last week is not looking that favorable. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Capricorn friends, and I wish you the best. For my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends, if we talk about the career area first, then a lot of promise is there this month for you to make decent progress at the workplace and professionally, as the planetary alignment is looking quite favorable. Your career lord Mars will be strongly placed throughout the month. First, in the 3rd house, which is a Upchaya Bhava, a growth house, where Mars is known to give excellent results, and it is in its own Mool Trikona Aries, from where it will aspect the career house. Then it will transit to the 4th, where it will conjunct with Jupiter, the most auspicious planet, and both will directly support your career growth goals and ambitions that you want to achieve this month. But do not throw caution to the wind yet, because your Lagnesh, your 1st house ruler Saturn, will also be aspecting the career house with its strong enemy aspect. And as we all know, Saturn is the slowest moving planet. It doesn't like decisions taken in haste. So if you can avoid taking any sudden, hasty, career related decisions this month, it will be in your favor. And if you use a very methodical approach to your daily work-life routine, if you are going to be disciplined, hardworking, and dedicated to your projects, to your assignments, then you can make really good progress in your career area this month. If we talk about business, then the business area is a bit sensitive throughout the month, although the business ruler will be well placed, which can give you smart business acumen skills in order to think of some creative new ideas on how you can further bolster your business in the competitive marketplace, how you can increase its visibility, how you can gain some more deals, business opportunities for yourself. But Saturn's direct strong enemy aspect is on your house of business. So that can create some disturbance, some instability. If you are in a business partnership, there could be some ups and downs in the relationship with your business partner. So try to be cooperative, try not to get into unnecessary arguments, disputes, or that could cause a rift in your business relationship. If we talk about health area, then overall the time is looking good for the most part. There might be some minor issues with your shoulders and arms area. So try not to lift anything excessively heavy where it could, hurt this area. But maybe if you join a gym, if you get into a good fitness program, that can be really good for you as long as you take the proper precaution and you use good form when working out. Overall, your Lagnesh is in the ascendant, which means good energy levels. Stamina will be at an all-time high. Although for some people there could be slight medical expenses on the cards, but it will be for you to get better and to recover from any health issues. If we talk about finance, then overall the financial area is looking good throughout the month. The main planet that controls your money is Jupiter, and it is quite well placed, and that financial sudden inflow could come through possible sale of property. It could come through maybe sale of a vehicle. It could come through your job, like a increased salary, benefits, promotion, bonus. That kind of thing can also happen. If we talk about love life, then the time in the first 19 days is not looking that great, because your fifth lord will be transiting in the sixth house, which means that there could be some hurdles, obstacles for single people to find someone. And even for those people already in a relationship, there could be some arguments, disputes on the card. But when Mercury transits to the sign of Leo, that will be a big relief, and a lot of single people might potentially start to connect with someone new. And those already in a relationship, the relationship will become very harmonious and peaceful. In the area of marriage, this month is not that favorable for getting married unless your natal birth chart, the Mahadasha, Antardasha, all these factors are strongly supporting it, because Saturn's aspect on your 7th house cannot be ignored. And for those already married couples, there will be good support of your 7th lord in helping to neutralize the malefic impact of Saturn to an extent. But if you are running the Mahadasha, Antardasha, or even the Pratyantardasha of Saturn, then there will be some minor tiffs here and there in your married life with your spouse. Definitely don't do anything behind your spouse's back, or that will have some severe karmic repercussions down the road. If we talk about education, in terms of those students pursuing master's, PhD program, the time is looking good for the most part. As long as you put in the hard work, effort, you have that drive, that mindset to succeed, you will naturally do so. If we talk about travel, in terms of short distance travel journeys, the first 12 days are looking good. Then if you can avoid traveling too much in the last 2 weeks of this month, like short distance travel, it will be better for you. If we talk about long distance travel, journey, vacation, the time is looking good for the most part, and you can certainly embark on the same. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends, and I wish you the best. For my Pisces Meen Rashi friends, if we talk about the career area first, then the lord of your career house and the lord of your Lagna, Jupiter, will be strongly transiting in the 3rd house, from where it has now completely come out of combustion, and from where it is aspecting your Bhagyasthan, your house of fortune, and also aspecting your 11th house of gains and benefits from career. So naturally, this month shows a lot of promises for your advancement, for your growth, for your success at the workplace. Professionally, you will start to do a whole lot better. And especially if you are in a foreign land, if you are abroad working for a company, then you will make 10 times more progress, because the lord of your 11th house is transiting in the 12th house in its own Mool Trikon Aquarius. For those people who don't have a job but have long desired to settle in a foreign country, where here is your good door of opportunity that can open up for you to land a new desired job with a good salary and benefits package in a foreign country or away from your homeland or birthplace. So use this planetary alignment to your advantage to make your dreams a reality. If we talk about business area, then the time till July 19 is looking quite favorable. With your wise business decision making ability and your strong business acumen, you will be able to implement some key strategic business initiatives which can help you to gain a lead in the competitive business marketplace. The time after July 20 is not looking that favorable because your business lord will transit in the 6th house, which is 12 places away from the house it rules, and indicates lot of obstructions and lot of hurdles which you might have to face. But as long as you don't take major risk, you do not take any major business loans to fund your operations, then you will be just fine. If we talk about health area, then I will say that try not to ignore any acute health issues, and if something was to bother you, make sure to get it checked out at your earliest convenience. It can also be a good time to get a regular health wellness checkup just to make sure everything is in order. Doing yoga, meditation, pranayama, relaxing breathing exercises, joining a good fitness program can all be good things to keep your energy levels channeled in the right positive direction. If we talk about financial area, then overall it is looking strong. You have your ascendant Lord Jupiter's aspect on the 11th house, so the money flow will be there. But try to make wise, strategic, long-term, safe, stable investments. Avoid any get quick rich schemes or trying to invest in high risk speculative investments like cryptocurrency, penny stocks, gambling, betting. Avoid doing that if possible, or you could face losses. It is all dependent upon how wisely you invest, because Saturn, the ruler of your 11th in the 12th house, indicates good gains from stable long-term investments. If we talk about love life, in terms of those single people hoping to find someone, the time is looking good throughout the month. There will be some good moments or good chances here and there of potentially connecting with someone and seeing if your personalities are complementary and if you want to get in a relationship. For those couples already in a relationship, the time is also looking good for the most part. Try to keep your overall communication channels open. If there are any issues, try to get those resolved in the first 19 days. Do not let those keep building up, as that could cause problems in the last week if you are not careful. If we talk about the marriage area, for single people wanting to get married this month, the first 19 days are looking quite good for the same, but definitely avoid getting married after after July 20, because the ruler of your marriage house, Mercury, will be in the 6th house. So it is a big no in getting married after July 20. For married couples, if there are any issues in your married life, solve those before July 20, as that will be in your favor. Because if you try to neglect those issues, they will keep building up. And after Mercury transits to your 6th house, which is the house of arguments, disputes, lawsuits, litigations, after July 20, it could create big problems for you in your married life. So try to get those resolved at the earliest. But overall, the love, romance, harmony, peace will be felt to a great extent in the first 3 weeks of July for married couples. If we talk about education in terms of those students pursuing masters and PhD program, the time is looking good, especially in the first 2 weeks. You can make significant progress, but even the last 2 weeks are looking good as long as you are willing to put in the hard work, dedication, effort, and not succumb to any temptations or distractions. Finally, travel. In terms of short distance travel journeys, the time is looking good throughout the month and you can embark on those. And in terms of long distance travel journey vacation, the first 2 weeks are a bit more supportive than the last 2 weeks, but still overall the time is looking beneficial for long distance travel as well. I believe I covered all the areas of life for my Pisces Meen Rashi friends. I thank you for watching, and if you found my content value added, then make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can stay connected with me when I upload the latest fresh videos. All the best.